this play. So we still don't know the first of those teams through to the semi-finals. Tom Carr leaves the fray. Maurice Fitzgerald, who came on, and the full-time score here shows that the teams ended level. It is Dublin, 2 goals and 11 points, 17 points. Kerry, 1 goal and 14, 17 points.
It's a draw in the end. I thought the game was gone for a while. Luckily enough, when Dublin did get the goal, that we did have a few minutes left to pick off the last point, you know. So from our point of view, I suppose, you know, the game was there for us for long periods, but we always knew that Dublin were going to come at us. And, you know, Dublin had to play for some period, and they played at the critical period as far as we were concerned towards the closing stages of the game.
Were you surprised it was so easy for you for so long?
Well, okay, it was that they showed great resilience and they showed great appetite, and they kept plugging in there, and they kept, every time that we scored, they kept attacking back to score. But, you know, from our point of view, we're delighted to get the draw, and we're still in the championship, and that's the main thing.
That kick at the end from Morris?
Great kick. He's very good at that. He's the right man at the right place. We introduced Morris in that period of the game, you know, and luckily for us that we have that expertise in our ranks. It was a great score.
Paddy, thanks for your time. Thank you.
Yeah, it certainly was some comeback. The Dublin team now going up to their fans on the hill, as it were, here in Semple Stadium. Lots to talk about. More matches to come, of course, throughout the weekend, and another one tonight between Roscommon and Galway. That should be another cracker in the West, and we'll have all of that, of course, for you after the break.
Dr. Vinny's original goal.
Yeah, well, Vinny lent a bit of weight, and I suppose Dublin were just throwing everything. It was very straightforward football, kick it in and hope for the best. And when this free from Wayne McCarthy landed in around the goals, you know, there was a massive hands went up for it, and Darren Homan got the touch. Generally speaking, a ball like that in, it's to the back's advantage, but Homan did very well. He also scored a point, but from the 57th minute, Kerry, I think, were leading 1-13, and they didn't score until Morris kicked that late point. In fairness to Dublin, they played with great heart and passion. They scored 2 goals and 3 points without reply in that phase, and not one of the original Dublin forwards scored. So that gives an indication. Totally outplayed their whole forward line. Whelan got a point, Homan got a goal, Murphy sub got a goal, and a couple of frees. Dublin forwards dreadful, and still they should have nearly stole the game.
OK, we'll get Pat Spillane's view in just a moment, but before that we have our man of the match. The selection from this game was Kerry forward Johnny Crowley. He's with us now.
Yes, indeed, Michael. Johnny Crowley is with me, the Sunday game man of the match. Congratulations, Johnny. That'll look very well on your mantelpiece. How do you feel after that? We were talking to Paddy O'Shea, and his head spinning a little bit. How's yours?
Geez, I don't know how. Last day I remember I said we were about 8 points up, and I said I looked around at the scoreboard and we were a point down. I thought it was actually 11. I couldn't believe it. So I think we're very fortunate to be still there. I think Dublin had all the momentum going, I think, there in the last 10 minutes, and we're just thankful to be still there and have another chance next week, to be honest.
What were your thoughts at half-time? Because you hadn't played particularly well. Dublin were playing pretty poorly, but they could have been up close to you.
They were. I mean, Dublin hit the crossbar just before half-time. I didn't really see it from the other end, but like it could have been a lot closer, and we were happy at half-time being up 5 points. But you know, we seemed to tack on. We did what we kind of set out to do, put on a few points, and Dublin just hit us for the 2 goals then, and nearly snatched it. Like, in fair play to them, they never gave up, you know, and their supporters were behind them the whole way, and that's what it's all about, I suppose.
And sign of a great team at the end. You didn't panic, and Morris didn't panic.
Yeah, I suppose genius comes out in the end. I think Morris with that sideline kick, I certainly wouldn't like to have been kicked in it, to be honest. Like, and I suppose that's why Morris is the player he is, to be honest.
Okay, Johnny, well done. Congratulations on being the man of the match here in Thurles today. Back to you, Michael, in Dublin.
Darren Maloney, thank you very much. When Maurice Fitz stepped up to that ball, Pat Spillane, in fairness, you said, Johnny, don't do it, Maurice, don't do it. But he went for it, and he got it.
He did indeed. It was at the wrong side. It's a pressure kick on the wrong side for a right-footed kicker.
Yeah.
Admittedly, he had the wind. But watch this. This is what Maurice Fitz's skill outside of the right foot judged the wind to perfection. It just carried it over the bar. It earned a draw that was justly deserved by Kerry. And that's a magnificent exhibition of. Desi Dolan scored something similar a couple of weeks ago for Westmeath. But look, probably the better team drew today. I mean, Kerry, but credit, we said at half-time, don't write off Dublin, and they didn't. I mean, they were tremendous spirit, tremendous character. Their half-back line and centre field stormed into the game. Kerry went on the back foot, and for the last half an hour, If you want to go into statistics, Kerry got 4 scores, Dublin got 2-6. Dublin's fitness, work rate and spirit really shone through and in. Kerry will worry. They conceded far too many frees. But if I was, now I wouldn't have, if I was in Tommy Carr's shoes, I'd be quite thankful to Michael Curley, because to be perfectly honest, 35 frees to Dublin, 23 frees to, and I can show the statistics. I thought he was very hard on Kerry. I don't think, if Brendan O'Gorman isn't going on holidays to Cork, I don't think Michael Curley will be welcomed on holidays in Kerry for a while. It was a poor refereeing performance by him, very poor.
All right, there says Pat Spillane, the Kerry man after all that. Colin Burke, who's going to win the replay?
Well, Kerry have a superior football team. Dublin just outfought them in the end of the game. I would agree with Pat. I thought Mick Curley's decisions were bizarre a lot of the time. Kerry's still the better team, but if Kerry could play with the same heart and determination as Dublin, they'd wipe everybody out. At this stage, they always seem to be letting teams hanging on. They're not as ruthless as they should be, but Kerry, I think, will win the replay.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much for your thoughts. OK, that's it. We must take a break right now. We need a couple...